His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. Palms, palms, palms. His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. His arms stretched and he let him bang nails in his palms. It's hard to think with all those stones on his mind.
I went to Creative and Performing Arts, Kappa.
So you're a Kappa graduate.
Yeah, but I was an instrumental major. I wasn't a vocal major.
What did you play?
You did say you was going to get out. No, I played piano, flute, and xylophone.
Piano, flute, do you still play?
I'll dabble on the piano, but I have not picked up my flute since I graduated, and I really need to. So.
No, my mom made us. It was roll call. She'd come out the door and call us one by one. And people, kids on the block were like, roll call, you gotta go in the house. And, you know, if you took too late, then you got to smack on the back of the head while you was going in the door. Stuff like that, but...
My parents haven't always been pastors. They, actually over maybe the last 5 years, they've been pastors. So at one point, you know, we were in church faithfully and then wouldn't see us for another year. And then we were back in faithful, wouldn't see us for another year. And then I think, like by the time I turned about 17, we really became faithful in serving God. So, but my father, even though he, you know, wasn't a pastor, he's a police officer. So I had, you know, both of that. I had to obey all these rules.
When I was younger, I called myself. I told Kiana I used to sing. She don't believe me, but I used to. It was this choir called the Youth Quake Singers. We used to have a Youth Quake service at my church, and I got a bunch of, well, my sisters and brothers. I got like 3 of my sisters and 2 of my brothers and a couple of other kids, and it was probably about maybe 10, 11 of them, and I used to direct the Youth Quake Singers.
Are you the only child? Or?
No, I have an older sister, 6 years apart.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so you the baby?
Yep, I'm the baby.
Do they still treat you like a baby?
Yeah, and especially since I'm having a baby, like it's the news around. And I tell even Kiki, I tell all the time, like I'm not handicapped, I'm just pregnant. So yeah.
Kiana Strickland Smack was born on December 27th, 1979, to Pastor Donald and Danette Strickland in Mission Viejo, California. Kiana is the youngest of 2 girls. Kiana came from a close-knit family where they believe that family is God's first ministry. Kiana graduated from the High School of Creative and Performing Arts in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She has always looked up to her sister Tiffany and enjoyed the company of brother-in-law Kashmir, nephews Isaiah, Kristen, and Justin. Not knowing what God had in store for her at the age of 16, Kiana met Tyrone T.Y. Smack, and as destiny would have it, after 10 years of friendship, Tyrone, being the anointed servant he is, heard the word of God, when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and now expecting their daughter Tyler Marlene Smack. God has blessed them, and they continue to show that marriage is a blessing from God.
I knew the Lord. Well, I was introduced to the Lord at the age of 10. I was baptized at 10. I didn't really come to know him up until, because I was saved ever since. I was just going in and out, you know. I was baptized with the Holy Ghost when I was about 12. I was on a good path for a couple of years and then I stepped off. But to know him again was about maybe 6 years ago.
I'm not the one that'll sit here and say that sin isn't fun. Because a lot of things that you do sinful, they are fun, but that's where the trouble comes in at.
I was called a sellout, and you'll hear it in one of my rhymes. They think I'm a sellout because I changed the way I rap, you know, but, you know, I didn't change the way I rap, I changed the way I lived. Rapping Christian gospel was fine with some people, but changing the actual way you live to match what you were saying was a problem with some people. Some people don't know how to accept, oh, you corny, you're a sellout, you doing that gospel thing now. But on the other hand, spiritually, I see it has opened a whole lot of doors. I know I probably would have made it either way, but it would have been destruction, and this is life. It's breeding life, and it's saving people, making people feel good. It's getting people saved. It's doing this for eternal purpose.
My whole family got saved when I was 11, but when I was 17, I actually went up again by myself without, going up with my family, because I made a decision that that's where I wanted to be at. But still at the same time, I wasn't still living totally right. I was clubbing and everything, smoking weed, and so all of that came about.
I had a couple people that wanted to sign me into the gangster rap and things like that. And I signed one contract and I got out of it, but I always had this feeling in the back of me like, Key, now you always hear stories of people that are gospel and or were raised in church and then they go and do their R&B thing. For me, I got that feeling of, now it ain't gonna work for you, so you can go ahead and try it all you want to, but if you go out there that way, it's the end, And God always spoke to me like that in dreams and visions, and spoke to me like, or he always embarrassed me. He would always have me like a pastor point me out in the middle of an Easter service and be like, you need to stop doing, like he always found a way to get my attention. But I heard him like enough is enough. All right, you're gonna keep playing, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get myself together, because he's about to embarrass me big time, so I got myself together. God gives you a balance, it's a balance. As a wife, that's what I always pray for, is for God to let me be a better wife. I always pray that. Let me be a better wife, and if I am missing something, bring it to my attention. As long as you're in communication with God, he'll always check you. Even if you think you're doing something right, he'll be like, now go back and say sorry. And I don't like when he does that, but he'll be like, now go and apologize. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
It's wonderful. Of course, you don't have to, do any of the sneaking around or anything like that. I thank God, as he did deliver me before, prior to getting married. But it's wonderful. Like, I have a best friend that I live with, so that's the best.
Some people are just stuck in the tradition. Some people are stuck in to tradition, and what I believe that God has allowed me and Kiana to do is come and break the bonds of tradition in this day and time for what people need right now.
Everybody, we want to change some hearts, we want to change some minds, we want people to get closer to God.
But I know this is going to be successful because we've consulted with God the whole way.
413. Get it.
413. I can't say.
413. Daddy's Daughters, Can You Handle It? Two vibrations have come together, forming one powerful force in the universe. 413 is derived from the scripture Philippians 4:13, which states, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Together, the Philadelphia natives are creating history, allowing the Word of God and their experiences to break the chains of bondage. When vocalist Kiana Smack and lyricist Nikisha Kiki Ross formed in 2002, it was instantly obvious that this was a divine plan of the Lord. Kiana, an exceptional singer, songwriter, and praise and worship leader, has no regret to teaming up with the gifted songwriter, intercessor, and rapper Kiki. Because of their boldness to follow the calling of the Lord, 413 has been blessed beyond measure.
Something